YouTube? It's your girl Dee Dee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another video for you guys. Listen, before we get into the video, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, share and like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, so I saw this trend, y'all. I saw this trend on TikTok, and I also saw other social media content creators talk about this. So I thought, why not talk about it? Because I thought it was interesting to see how a lot of women were kind of, I don't know, kind of low-key hating on the women who were putting out there that they're 21 and they don't have any kids, actually celebrating the idea that they're only 21 or some even older and they don't have any kids. So I thought it was interesting how we had some women on the other hand who seem a little bit triggered by the fact that these young women or these women have chosen to not have any kids. And you could tell it was a little bit of a bitterness in there, I will say. But I want to play these clips and I want to give my 2 cents on it, but I want to know your thoughts on this whole situation. I think it's a good thing. It's actually a positive thing that a lot of these young women aren't out here trying to just make babies all randomly, that they're waiting hopefully till marriage to create a family.
Is your uterus cool? Is it working? Honey, having no kids is not a flex. That's a choice that you made. We love our kids over here. I think it's bad able to carry kids and taking care of them. There's plenty of women out here that can't have kids, and they would love to be able to carry kids. Is you a lesbian? You a lesbian? Is all your woman part working? How many kids you sent to God? How many you had?
But why does it gotta be a shaming tactic? Why do they have to be lesbian? Why do this is why I say the sisterhood is BS. There's no goddamn sisterhood. These women, whatever floats their boat, whatever they don't like, and if you a woman and you're saying it, they gonna come at you. They don't give a damn. Ain't no sisterhood, ain't no listening. No, why can't a group of women who have decided not to go out and become single mothers, why do they have to be shamed? To each his own. Everything is a choice. And then it's the very choice that a lot of women complain about because they got to do it all by themselves. But you made that choice to do it, not prioritizing a man who actually wanted kids and wanted families and wanted to be, in that situation. They're just out here having sex with men, making babies, and then become bitter when women make a conscious choice to do the opposite, to say, nah, I'm not just out here making kids. I don't want that responsibility. Everybody has a choice. And if you make one that you're not completely happy with, don't get mad at somebody else for making a choice that they are happy with. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
We love our kids over here, honey. You can't keep a man. What does it smell like down there? Is everything down there working? You got organ insides? Honey? We love our kids. I'm sorry. I love my kids. We love our kids over here. We love our kids over here. That's not a flex. Who's going to take care of you when you get old? Nobody, because you ain't got no kids. You're going to be in a nursing home. I know real love until you have kids. You think you get love, you love a person, honey. You don't know real love until you have kids. That is an unconditional love. So while y'all living your life with no kids, okay? We love our kids, and I'm gonna keep saying it. We love our kids over here. Having kids is a flex, honey. Don't have nobody take care of you when you get older. Don't have nobody come to you. Oh, mommy, I love you. Thank you, mommy. You're the best mommy in the world. Having somebody come in your bed in the middle of the night because they sick, honey. What, y'all got cats? Never been in a serious relationship, a real relationship? What does it smell like down there? Your pH balance been off all your life?
Just a little food for thought. Doing that 21 with no kids challenge and having like 40 is crazy. I'm just saying.
The only mothers who are mad at this 21 with no kids trend are mothers who regret having their kids. And you can't convince me otherwise. Because if you loved your kids so much like how you claim, then you wouldn't feel this threatened by a trend. Motherhood is beautiful. You women don't know what you're talking about. Motherhood is the most amazing thing. There's no greater blessing. Who are you trying to convince, us or yourself? You look angry, baby girl. Who are you trying to convince? I'm very on the fence about if I want kids in the future because from the outside looking in, motherhood looks stressful. I'm just saying it does look stressful.
Yeah, and that's how I saw it growing up too. It looks stressful when you're looking at it from a single mother's perspective. At least that's my experience. From seeing a bunch of single mothers with kids, it looks stressful. It looks hard. And don't get me wrong, look, raising children is work, but it's also very rewarding because you, especially when you're able to be there with your kids, when you're able to be at home and raise your kids and do things. Yeah, it's a lot of work now. I ain't gonna say it's a walk in the park. It's a lot of work. So yeah, it can become draining and tiresome. You do it because you love your kids and you building a family with your husband. So I think when you look at a bunch of single women walking around with kids and they're complaining, yeah, it's going to look very difficult, and I can understand why people don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But even with help, it's still a lot of work. But you understand that, hey, it's like what they call it, seed time and harvest. You plant the seed, you watch it grow, and then after that, you know, that's it. It's done. You can move on. You know, when you have kids are a part of your life forever, even when they're grown. Okay, even when they're grown and on their own, you still worry about your kids. So it's a lifetime thing. But yeah, I couldn't imagine my life without any kids at this point, you know, not having that experience. But I do, like I said, I respect everybody's choices. Whatever you feel and believe is best for you. We are in a single mother epidemic, so people aren't out here getting married and staying married. They're making children after, you know, child after child after child with several different men, and they're struggling and complaining. But then when you see women who have said, you know, made a choice to say, nah, I don't want to do that. That's I want to be selfish. I don't want to spend my time with kids, whatever. That's their choice. They have a right to do that. It would be triggering to a person who made children for the wrong reasons, and then, yeah, you are regretting the fact that you're struggling with all these kids. You don't have no freedom, and now you mad at women who have made a different choice. You gotta stop that. Let's continue.
Y'all, that 21 with no kids trend and some of y'all's responses I'm seeing is real telling. Like, in no way, shape, or form are these women like getting on y'all or saying we hate children.
Right.
We don't want no rugrats. They're not saying that. They're just saying 21 with no kids. I'm living my best life with no kids. My freedom without kids. Don't gotta rearrange my schedule to make sure the kids are okay. Like, that's what it's giving. And some of y'all's reaction is giving, are y'all jealous? Or do you guys enjoy motherhood? Do y'all want your freedom back?
21 with no kids trend. Y'all, I love it. I love this trend because it's not only the 21-year-olds doing this trend.
Right.
21, 25, 30, 35. And I love it. I didn't know people were going to get so much backlash for doing what they want to do with their life. Y'all sit here and criticize and down talk mothers if they doing good or doing bad. So people, and it's not just females, y'all, it's guys doing the trend. I love it. So y'all ain't got nothing else to do but criticize people that are choosing to get their life together before having kids. And it's some that don't even want them. That's their choice. Back the fuck back and sit down and shut up.
God will always tell you when you need to sit the F down and shut the F up. So a few days ago, I had a video go viral about the kids versus no kids topic, the whole trend that's going around. I made a think piece on it. It blew up. Didn't expect it to. Cool. Most of the comments were, no, I'm lying. I'm not even about to sit up here and lie to y'all. A lot of the comments were very insane. There were people coming in my comments talking about, well, I wouldn't have kids either if I've had 1,000 of. There were people in my comments talking about, so you're just mad you can't have kids? There were people saying, oh, so you're infertile. Somebody even told me that I was going to hell.
21 with no kids content is tea. I love this for y'all. I love this for me because I'm 36 with no kids. But the comments is giving you all are bitter that you cannot participate. Look, I enjoy being able to take a nap when I want to. I enjoy being able to make a dinner decision that doesn't involve other little people input. If I want to eat a bowl of cereal on Saturday night, but then I want to eat a steak on Sunday, I can do that because I don't have children to adhere to. Let's get down to the real issue though, because children are a blessing, but they are not a blessing with most of y'all situations. A lot of y'all use babies as band-aids. Yeah, I said it. A lot of y'all want to keep that or you think that it's going to bond y'all together, but it will bond y'all in parenting, but not in romantic lifestyles. There are a lot of men just stick around for the child, but then they are in love with another woman, or eventually when the child becomes up in age, they leave. You're putting a band-aid on a bullet wound, and then you get mad when us beautiful people are celebrating the fact that we are happy and more than content to not have to bring life in this world. A lot of y'all are bitter, and a lot of you all are just mad because when I say I don't want to bring children in this world, the first thing that you all say is, who's going to take care of you? The same nursing staff that's going to take care of you. We are going to be sitting crocheting and knitting, bitch, in the same fucking facilities. Because having a kid does not guarantee, and it does not force a child to take care of you. Second of all, what if the child is not even in a position to take care of you? There are so many factors, and if you notice, as the decades gets larger and larger, okay, it is more financially more a burden to do anything these days. Let's just say, for example, in the 90s, you can be one person and have a house before you're 30 years old. Okay, 2000, maybe it's 35. Now it's like we all living on the streets. I'm just saying, so if you put the financial burden of a child taking care of you 30 years from now, like, and what if they don't want to? What if they just don't want to? It's just so many things I think about when I hear people being so negative about this trend, because it's not like you all don't make children your personality. Because the first thing that you'll say is that y'all may not having kids your personality. Your bio says mother of 3.
So I don't know if y'all seen the trend.
She was hilarious, really, and truthful. And the thing about it is, if you having a child thinking that your child gonna grow up and take care of you, baby, that's not the right reason to have a kid. And I've literally heard that before. Oh, my child I'm gonna, have my child and they gonna grow up and take care of me. No, if you sitting around waiting for your child to grow up and take care of you, that is insane. You're gonna put your life on hold so your child grow up and pull you out the gutter and give you everything that you need and want. Like that mentality is weird to me. I don't know who thinks like that, but that's crazy. But I literally heard something like that, and I just thought it was insane then, and it's insane now. I just don't understand that at all, child. Baby, let's continue.
Of people being young, celebrating with no kids, or even older, celebrating with no kids. Now, as I've been scrolling, I've been seeing young women with kids who are what some people would call bitter baby mamas. Now, I done lived on both ends of the totem pole. Of course, I was 21 through 26 with no kids. I wasn't married. That's a story for another day. Clock it. And now that I'm 29 with kids, I got a perspective that a lot of people may not know. You can't make me mad about a life I lived to my complete fullest and did everything I wanted to do. I got a great example of that. When I was 22 with no kids, I was in my last year of college and I had got some extra funds. I told my cousin, who was very young and had multiple children, that I had bought me some Louis boots and a trip to Paris. She started going off talking about you need to be focused on saving, trying to get out of your mama house and your last year of college and graduating and do. So I'm like, I ain't got no kids. I could do what I want. This girl said, she said, you trying to talk about my kid? Ain't nobody trying to talk about your kids. My personal journey ain't got nothing to do with you.
Baby.
So I done been all around the world and back with my husband. And now that I have kids, when I see people celebrating that they're childless, as they should, because that's what I was doing, it don't make me feel bad because I lived that life to my complete fullest and did everything I wanted to do.
I don't know why you guys get mad with this 21 with no kids. If I had to rethink my life, of course I won't be 21 with kids. Like, seriously. I mean, why are you getting mad at somebody because it's 21 or 22 or 30 with no kids? Everybody don't want to be a mother yet. And honestly, any woman that gets mad about that post and that trend that's going on is because they truly did not want to be a mother. I love my children. Having kids is my own decision. Nobody ever forced me to have children. And that's why I do it again and again.
I've been seeing this Jacquees challenge talk about 21 with no kids. And I have been happy for these people. Because I too used to sing that part before I had a child. But then I saw y'all are beefing with people because they saying they don't have kids. And y'all are trying to convince yourselves that they're jealous of you for having a kid. I want us to come back to earth for 2.5 seconds. And while I talk to you, I want you to touch grass. Okay? Okay. So, yes, very much so. There are women who don't have kids that want them. But there are also people who don't have kids and don't want them. Because two things can be true at once. Mm-hmm. Okay? But the fact that y'all be trying to fight for your lives to convince yourself that someone who can get up and go whenever they want to only have to worry about themselves financially, not stressing behind baby daddy drama and all of the things, is jealous. because you have children.
And see, she just said it, the baby daddy issues. That's the problem. You got too many baby daddies. You a baby mama, too many single mothers. There's a single mother epidemic, and I think that is the problem. If women were getting married and prioritizing marriage first with a man that is committed to them and committed to a family, we would be better off. It doesn't mean I'm not saying there will be no issues. Of course, we all got issues. That's a part of life, whether you're single or married. But if women would understand the importance of marriage and actually building a family with a husband, you would not see it as such a difficult thing if that's what you wanted. That's just the bottom line. That's why they're crashing out mad, big mad. You made your choice. You love your kids. Keep doing what you're doing. That's it. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Let's continue.
Y'all are literally the ones posting hashtag single mom, hashtag this, and y'all think they're jealous. I am literally the person that when I meet you, stranger and all, and you tell me you don't have kids, I'll be like, good, don't.
You know why this 21 with no kids challenge doesn't bother me? Because I like motherhood. I like my kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind the responsibility of taking care of him. I don't mind the responsibility of mothering him. I actually enjoyed it. When he becomes a little bit older, he definitely going to be one of my little friends. See, but the reason why you mothers are so bothered by women being 21, 25, 30, 35, so on and so forth without children is because they were responsible and you weren't. They didn't have children with the men they knew wouldn't take care of them. Exactly. They didn't have children before they were financially stable. They didn't have children before they actually lived their lives and got the opportunity to do the things that they actually wanted to do, right? They didn't do that. Because I seen some comments and I seen some mothers talking about, oh, it's because you're infertile, or oh, it's because you had an abortion. Baby, what? These women told you that? These women told you that these are the reasons that they're child free, because it's impossible. It's impossible for them to have said, you know what? I either don't want children because I just don't want children, or I don't want children right now because I am not in the place, or I'm not in the mindset, or I don't have enough money to do so. Because the reason a lot of y'all have kids in the first place is because you wanted the man, not the child. But then you had the child and the man didn't stay because you didn't discern that man did not want children or you. And because you have found yourself in an unfortunate situation and those other women did not, you're jealous of them. And that's why you have all these mean and distasteful things to say to or about them. And let's say they did have an or a miscarriage that first time. They still child free, right? Because they learned from their ways. They learned from their mistake. They didn't find themselves in that situation again, unlike you.
This may hurt some people's feelings, but you will never convince me to have a child with a man that's not my husband. Like, you would never convince me to have a child with a man that's not my goddamn husband. Yeah. I am sorry. Like, no shade to the ones who do it, no shade to the females who do it, but I've been seeing this uproar with the whole conversation of when people are saying 21 no kids, whatever age you are with no kids, or even the ones when females are saying, well, I got a ring first before I had my child, or I'm married before I had my child, and all the hating ass, bitter ass baby mamas in the comments are so upset. Like, I don't understand why y'all so mad. Everybody has choices. Like, do y'all realize that y'all like pregnancy is not preventable?
Right. Didn't I say that? They act like it just jumped on them. You know what I mean? Like, the pregnancy just jumped on them. You just was like, ooh, one day and boom, I'm pregnant. Like, it just hopped on. The belly just popped out of nowhere. You act like the baby just jumped on you, baby. You act like you don't know that it's preventable. You don't think that there's all types of contraception. I don't know how many, 36 different ones. There's 26 different. There's a lot of different ways for you not to get pregnant, but they refuse to use it. But they do act like they didn't have a choice in all of this. Like, they had no say or whatever. It was their body, their choice, but they didn't have a choice. No, they ain't listen to that. Oh,
I want what I want, and I'm just trying to get to the D, but I ain't want a baby.
But why did you? Why? Okay, you didn't want a baby. You didn't use anything to protect yourself from the baby. And then when women say, "Hey, I don't have no kids, so I don't want no kids. I can free to do what I want."
What's wrong with kids? Oh my God! I love my kids. I love my kids. I love my kids.
Baby, nobody ain't asked you whether you love your kids. They just said they didn't want none. Lord have mercy, Jesus, take the wheel, Lord.
It's called condoms, birth control, or abstinence. Those are your options. Like, pregnancy is very preventable. Like, a lot of situations that people be in are preventable. And I know this may sound real pick-me-ish, but I do agree with when people say choose motherfucking better. I do agree with that shit, because a lot of times the red flags be there. Like, there be signs that show you that this nigga not and you still his ass and have a baby and you be complaining why he not there. I'm just saying, y'all can hate me for that, but I totally agree. Like, I totally agree. Like, I don't understand, like, why y'all so upset when people say they're a certain age and don't have children. Like, and for me, I'm 30, I don't have any kids. My boyfriend is 34 today. He doesn't have any children. Like, I don't understand. Like, it really be preventable. That's people don't understand. Like, it really be preventable. Like, don't get mad at these females because they decide to make a better choice for their life. And I'm not saying one choice is better than the other, but they decided to do differently. Right. And not have kids for whatever reason they want to have them. I don't have kids because I don't want to be a single mom.
Right.
And secondly, the rent high, student loans high, car payments high, credit card debt. Like, who wants to bring a child to the world in this goddamn economy? And then who want to do that shit by themselves?
Listen, baby, no lies detected. I agree 100% of what she had to say because it is what it is. These single mothers out here be bitter as hell, bitter and mad at everybody who makes a different choice. That is a red flag, a big red one, staring you right in your faces to let you know that you're not happy about your choices, but you did it anyway. Everything is not an attack, but you have to self-evaluate you and find out why you made the decisions that you made. And come to terms with it, because if you have kids, you can't, you're your kids now. You got to take care of them. Be responsible. Be the best mother that you can be, and stop judging people for their choices. If you don't want kids for real and you solid about it and you happy about it, there's nothing nobody else can do about that. That's your choice. I'm not gonna be mad at your choice. When it comes to single motherhood, a lot of these women are not happy, and I'm not gonna say it's all, because there might be some who made a choice and they happy, but a lot of these women are bitter, and it shows. Anytime somebody just look at this 21 and single challenge, 21 and no kids challenge, they losing their goddamn minds. They mad and bitter and really exposing themselves. So that shows you right there, you're not really content in your choices, because if you were, you wouldn't be angry or triggered by somebody else's choices. That's all I'm saying on that, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Definitely chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.